Y'all see him in the streets struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun.
What's up, guys? Street Justice here. Welcome back to my channel. We are back with another reaction to Peaky Blinders. This is season 3, episode 2, and our boy Thomas Shelby is officially married. He's officially a father now. And he's still officially involved in criminal activity, obviously. But before I really jump into things in this episode, I wanted to bring up, I was watching Nikki and Steven react this week. They, obviously you guys know who they are, but they posted their Annabelle reaction. And I had seen that movie once previously. Absolutely hated it, still hate it, but at the time when I first watched it, I had obviously never seen Peaky Blinders, so I didn't know who the actress that played Grace is or was. And watching it back, when I actually recognized Grace, I thought that was pretty cool. If I would have gave that movie a 2 originally, I'd probably bump it up to a 3 now, knowing now that she's actually in the film. So that was still pretty cool to see her pop up. It's always a cool thing when you get to know actors from a show or a movie that you do like, and then you find their other work. But yeah, apologies for being a little bit late this week with this week's episode and this week's reaction for Peaky Blinders. Real life obviously comes up sometimes. I do apologize, but you do got to put it first. But yeah, everything's good now. I am here now. If you guys are looking for my full reactions to the show, the link to my Patreon is down in the description below. If not already subscribed to the channel, now's a very good time to click that button down below. Smash that like button while you're there. With that said, let's jump right in. Let's check it out. Let's go.
Your brothers came to my house. Said the Peaky Blinders had business with me. What is it you want from a simple working man?
Yo, is that Theon's boy? Boy from Game of Thrones? Just like what I was saying at the intro.
Yeah.
When you recognize actors.
Warehouse, base 4, 5, and 6. Give me the keys to base 6.
What exactly is in base 6? This is what he's there for? Some heavy machinery.
One of your people, you said they'd be here by 5.
Are you political, Mr. Shelby? Because these odd fellows believe that the time is coming soon when everyone must choose a side.
Are your people coming or are they not coming?
Mr. Shelby, you will learn that these men are far too grand for the clock to govern them.
Who are his people?
So when is your charitable institute opening?
When I fucking say.
Feels like they're extorting him right now.
My God, some devil gets into you, doesn't it, boy?
Fuck you, go.
Did I not make it clear? You said if they weren't here by morning prayers, then the meeting has been cancelled.
You give them a message from me, priest. You tell them I've been to the factories, and the armoured vehicles are in good condition, and the foreman is ours.
This is someone you'll meet today at the Ritz.
You asked for a meeting out in the open. Fresh air and the fine aroma of shit.
There has been a peace between the Peaky Blinders and the Changrette family for 2 years now.
Just to tell you,
if in poor Italian, some English say go.
We don't want fucking tea. We want an explanation.
well, I'll have fucking tea.
Explanation for what?
The little Venice restaurant in 4th Street was burnt down.
Nah, it couldn't have been us. Well, it was at a wedding.
You burnt it down.
As a tea off, is it?
It's cold.
Please tell Tommy that we pay him whatever he asks us to pay. We stay out of the city and off the tracks. But my son is in love.
Sorry. Carry on.
They're brave.
And if he wishes,
You never know what these
he will
people
walk
do.
with the woman he loves.
Okay. It'd be hard for your son to walk anywhere with a bullet in each knee, wouldn't it?
Ooh. Are they in a position to be threatening right now? Even Arthur gave a look there like
Too much.
they might try to get some revenge on them
I'm
now.
scared of fucking wops.
All right, John.
Arthur!
Look, before I start, I don't want you to do anything about this.
About what?
Vincente to get us some.
What does Arthur say?
That's why I'm here. And not him. If he said it, there'd be a fight. Apologise.
Gotta be the bigger man.
We own the city. But we don't need to rub everybody's noses in it.
Exactly.
If the old man decides to make a stand, he might get Sabini feeling sentimental.
Sabini's done.
They're all done. They all pay up, but we don't want rebellions.
Exactly. Paulie knows.
What would you say?
Apologize, motherfucker.
Compromise. I've asked Lizzie to do it for you. She's going to meet him, break up with him for good, apologise for any inconvenience, say it was all her fault. You don't have to do anything. Lizzie will do it for you. Then it'll all calm down and nobody will lose faith.
John is kind of pissing me off.
John, do nothing.
Myself, my wife, and my niece travel by train. They said the British had taken pity on us, and we were taken aboard HMS Marlborough. And then, of course,
Tommy is not
thank God
impressed.
and your king for saving us.
And neither am I.
Though, since then, he has done nothing but humiliate me.
He's definitely a character.
Did he die well, the spy? I heard you had your brother do it. So, you trust your family, like me.
Let's talk about trust then, shall we? You are not a direct relation to the Romanovs. You are Georgian.
This is already for the killing of the spy and the down payment on future services.
How much is that worth?
I shall have my people check its veracity.
Before the revolution began, we were soft and weak. We made compromise. But let me tell you, we will never be soft and weak again.
Ooh.
Do you understand?
I thought this guy was a bit of a joke at first. Take him serious now. John, what are you doing? Oh, he's gonna get himself killed.
Hey, you want to kill me? You fucking...
Why is he doing this?
By order of the Peaky fucking blinders!
Slice his eye. Tommy's gonna snap.
Got to introduce me, Michael?
Was that a troll?
This is Charlotte Murray. My father makes cars.
Oh, I really enjoyed your wedding, Mr. Shelby.
Ah, she was the cokehead though from the party. Like every scene. You got any coke? I heard there'd be Tokyo here.
All right, Finn, thanks for coming. Fuck off.
Good. You can stay.
John needs an ass whooping.
John, you cut Angel Changretta. Even though Arthur told you to apologise. Polly told you to compromise. And now I've got an Italian walking around my backyard saying he's going to kill my brother. Now we go on the offensive. We take 2 of the Changretta pubs. We take them tonight. That's it.
Oh, right, for Christ's sake, why?
Hey!
Why?
Why? Because we fucking can! Because we fucking can! And if we can, we do! And if we lift our heel off their necks now, they'll just come at us!
Well now. That escalated quickly.
Should I ask you how your day was, like a good one? I'm guessing that means your day was not as successful as mine.
Well, it depends on how you measure success. I measure it in sapphires.
Oh.
Pulls one out of his pocket.
All right, you can open them.
Yo, he put that whole thing on a necklace?
As mate, I'm easy to leave now. Come out the
Loading
back
up.
door and lock it after you.
There's 2 truckfuls of coppers out there, John.
Since when do we scale coppers, Tom?
Since things changed, John.
Tell Polly it's Russian business, John. What?
But the Odd Fellows want you to know that any deviation from your instructions will have consequences.
What's your dog's name? What's your name, boy?
No, it's not a friendly dog.
Potential security breach. Understand this. You have the local police in your pocket. We have Scotland Yard. They do what we tell them, just as surely as this dog.
Let him off the leash. I can charm dogs. Gypsy witchcraft. And those I can't charm, I can kill with my own hands.
Oof.
Visit your sister again and she will die crossing the road.
Damn!
If you wanted me dead, I'll be dead, wouldn't I?
It's true.
They all
When
know
you
it.
go home today, Mr. Shelby, be sure to check under your little boy's pillow.
Or it was just a warning. Yeah, it was more or less a warning. Leaving it in the crib, showing how easy it is to get to the kid.
This is Duchess Tatiana Petrovna. Oh, don't be impressed with the real Duchess.
Well, I understand they charge a fee.
She was asking about my sapphire. I thought I'd recognized it. She said it was Russian. Tatiana, you and I will speak later. I would like that.
Going to the factory tomorrow was a mistake.
Right into business.
I would fuck you for the cause.
What?
What do you think of that?
I think you should not drink vodka with champagne.
I think I'm down.
Does your wife know that the sapphire she's wearing has been cursed by a gypsy?
That was scary.
Nothing on earth would make me wear it.
Getting a sense for something bad, like my spider sense is tingling.
Why? Does he think it look better on her?
Okay, maybe I was freaking out over nothing. Been watching too many shows lately where something always goes down. No one can ever be happy in the shows I watch, and if they are, it's for a limited time. It's for a limited period of time. What was I just saying? Oh my god! Arthur, do your thing. John, I knew it. I'm not happy about this, but I knew it. All right, guys, that was Peaky Blinders season 3, episode 2, and what an ending! I felt like something bad was coming. I did not expect that though. Holy hell. I even said there, I don't know if it's all the shows that I watch, or at least the ones that I've been watching lately, but it's basically like given me, I don't know if they've conditioned or I've been conditioned, or if it's given me like a sixth sense, but I can feel these things coming now. Or maybe that's just the show just letting you know something bad is coming, but oh my god. All episode long, I thought it was going to be John. Something was going to come back to John. And maybe they wanted me to believe that. Maybe if that's what the whole plan was, for me to think something bad was going to happen to John, and then they sidesweep me, they pull the rug out from underneath me, and then they actually, did they just kill off Grace? If they actually did that, holy hell. She was gone for almost the entire season. She gets back, she finally gets with Thomas Shelby, and then this happens in the second episode of the season. Holy heck. I want to know, I should probably look this up. This came out after the Red Wedding, because I was feeling like Red Wedding vibes there. I have the episode description here, season 3, episode 2, up in front of me. That's why it shows the air date, May 12th, 2016. And I think the Red Wedding was 2013, around there. So this definitely came after, and that honestly gave me the exact same vibes. I don't know if it's just because I watched that recently, but I legit got Red Wedding vibes there at the end there. It was a wedding, obviously, but it was a foundation. Like, everybody was dressed to the nines. It was still a big event. Holy. I'm kind of at a loss for words now. I was expecting to go into this outro and majorly discussing John, because I feel like he was a central focus of this episode, making a lot of stupid decisions, and I don't really know where he's coming from. I know him and Lizzie used to have a thing back in season 1. It was very short-lived though. Like, Thomas put an end to that right quick. Maybe he still has a thing for her, but I just don't get why he wasn't willing to apologize or compromise. And he basically started a war with the Italians because of it. Him and his comments, like, he was trying to be like, I don't know, like a big shot at their meeting. Like, if Tommy's letting you do the talking and actually complete or oversee one of his meetings in his absence, then that's a pretty big step up for the brother and for the family. Like, Tommy's putting a lot of faith in him, and for John to go out there, like, Arthur was kind of shit talking at first too, but I think he knew where the line was and where to draw it. But John, he definitely did it. Obviously he's younger too, and he's still on the come up, but he's been doing this for a while. He's not as young as Finn. I don't think Finn would do that, but Finn's fucking around too. Like, we saw he's messing around with the Tokyo. He's the one that got Arthur involved in that. So yeah, he's not exactly the best influence either, but I don't think he would do that. So that's kind of messed up. Like, John was really pushing his limits this episode, and that's why I kept on thinking, even afterwards, when they basically sat him down as a family saying, like, this is how it's going to be, apologize or compromise, which one? Like, do you want to do it in English or Italian? Like, you could decide that, but either way, you're doing one of those two things. And he just wouldn't compromise himself to actually go along with the rest of the family, everybody's advice that they were giving him. I really don't get why he's acting that way. Maybe there's something more to it that I did miss. definitely fill me in if there is more to it, because yeah, I'm a little bit at a loss why he was acting this way this entire episode, but it kind of pissed me off. Like, he needed to be beat down himself. Like, somebody needs to smack some sense into him. Like, John, like, we're involved in some major like criminal organizational shit. We can't have you messing around at these meetings, like pissing people off, like talking shit for no reason. Even Polly, she gave probably some of the best advice this episode, where yes, everybody's currently underneath us, but we don't want to rub their faces in it. And I thought that was very wise words coming from her. So I still sense something bad happening to John. Like, there's going to be repercussions and there's going to be a consequence for his actions, especially what he did to the one Italian kid that I guess he was the one that was actually dating or seeing Lizzie. I don't know exactly what happened to him either. They didn't show it directly, thank God, because that'd be like too gory, especially when it's eye stuff. Oh, I hate any type of like injuries to the eye. It's way too graphic for me. So I'm glad they didn't show it, but he was definitely covering his eye. So it looked like he sliced something off, but I'm assuming he just sliced directly the eye, blinded him. And even when he was seeking medical attention at the hospital, he was still screaming and crying, and those were like blood curdling screams there. So I definitely think that's going to come back. Who knows if John makes it out of the season, or if he just gets beat down. But if I were a betting man, I've said this many times, but the thing is, whenever I do a prediction, I always get it wrong, and I don't want him to die, so I think I'm going to make that prediction anyway, because if all my predictions are wrong, then he won't die. So my prediction is it's going to come back and bite him in the ass before the season is over. This was the beginning of the end for John. I could be completely wrong, but we'll see. At the end of the season, I will come back to this prediction, and I guess we'll see if I was right or wrong or not. But yeah, back to Grace, because that caught me extremely off guard. Is that the last time we're going to see of Grace? Like, I definitely got like a sense of dread there, and horror movie vibes too from that one Duchess, when she's like laughing at first, when she's like, oh, it's cursed by Gypsy, and then it went back to her and she was like dead serious, just staring at him. I was like, holy shit, that was a quick switch, and good acting, but the vibe completely changed. It actually felt like horror movie vibes there for a second, and then I definitely thought something bad was going to happen, and then Thomas goes back to Grace, and I'm like, okay, I think we overpassed the storm. Maybe it was just a preview of a sign of things to come. And then literally 2 seconds later, like while I'm celebrating that nothing bad happened, bad happens. And I don't know who, honestly, it all happened all of a sudden. I don't even know who it was that took the shot. I'm assuming it was a Russian, or Italian, who knows, but I'm assuming it's a Russian though. I gotta go back. I'll notice it whenever I edit it, but yeah, I was caught up in the heat of the moment. Like, that all went down, and I was caught off guard. I did not expect that, especially so out in the open there, like so many people around at that, what was it, a charity ball? So yeah, that was pretty crazy. What else went down this episode? I feel like I should focus on some positive, because that was pretty brutal. But the one thing I will say, I don't know, the thing is, I don't even know if it's a positive or not, but for right now, it kind of seems like it is. There's a love interest for Polly. I definitely want to see Polly happy, so that's a good thing, but in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking the worst. Like, does this guy have ulterior motives? What is he, like, who is this guy exactly? Where did he come from? Hopefully he's just a love interest. He's actually into Polly because she seems into him, and then they could just be together happily ever after. We all know that's not going to happen. Not in this show, not in Game of Thrones, not in Walking Dead, not in any of the shows I watch. So that's just some wishful thinking right there. And then who's the other girl too? We saw her pop up a lot in the very first episode, but I guess she's going to be a reoccurring character with Michael. I guess that's his new flame, so that's pretty cool as well. But I don't trust her, because wasn't she supposed to be getting married or something? And that was just supposed to be her last night of partying, her last night out on the town, and she's heavily involved in drugs too. So yeah, I definitely don't trust her. She's going to be a bad influence on Michael. That's what I'm guessing. But for Polly's love interest, I'm hoping that he's actually into her and they can actually have a thing. And there's not something else, not something funny going on. We shall see. I think I'm going to wrap it up there. I don't know if Grace died or not. I'm pretty sure that scene pretty brutal. Like, it was slow motion at the end, craziness. I really liked the scene too. Right as it was ending, like, I think it was Arthur, he picked up like some tray or something and was about to smash it on the one guy's head. was going in slow motion. Like, that was super intense, but R.I.P. Grace? I don't know. I thought she died before, so it would be the first time that I thought she got shot, but this time she actually got shot, so yeah. R.I.P. Grace? I don't know. Craziness. I think I'm going to end it right there, guys, because I do want to do another reaction. Hopefully I still have time to do it today. I do want to start up season 4 of Game of Thrones, but yeah, as always, definitely let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys can like and subscribe, really helps my channel grow. Until next time, I am out. Enjoy your day. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't fun enough for you, wasn't good enough for you, damn. You play me like a yo-yo and shit. Well, I'm not the one to be yo-yo, and when you put that shit on me, then I watch you leave, let you back in, you came back in and shit on me, drag me along for a week.